Hello, Aquarius. I know. No long time no see. I know. I'm here now, babies. Check this out. Look at this reading. Can we just bask in it for a minute, Aquarius? Because, like, you guys so deserve this. I mean, bottom line, when I look at these readings, the more that I do them, the longer that I do them, the more, these spreads literally play out like a movie to me. It's so obvious what happened here. I mean, basically, I see a bunch of Aquarians who have learned a lot of lessons with regards to love. And as a result, when it comes to love, okay, when it comes to what's okay and what's not okay with regards to love, because the Ace of Cups represents love, and that is the first card that popped up, which means that is your overall energy. And that was also the overall energy for Taurus. So for any of you who have a sun, moon, or rising in Taurus, I recommend you look at that reading. They are basically pretty much, I mean, if you could say it this way, they're right behind you with regards to what you have recently learned and achieved. Right now, a lot of you are happy. Right now, a lot of you, your harvest has come in. A lot of you right now, you guys are like having drinks, celebrating, enjoying the things that the world has to offer because you put the work in to allow yourself to learn what these experiences in life have to offer. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people beat their heads up against the same wall over and over and over and over again. Well, you guys are not doing that. And for those of you who were doing that, you're not doing it anymore. It took a lot of work for you guys to get here. But this right here is a beauty, baby. And I'm going to go over each card and tell you why. The Ace of Cups is basically baby love, getting ready to be a big boy. Because you have learned some things about love. And you now know how to set the boundaries that need to be set when it comes to love. With whomever it is. Whether it be a work situation, a relationship, or whatever. You know how to protect your heart. You know how to give love when it's appropriate. And you know how to smell out those people who want to use you because you are a loving person. And as a result, you're not spending your time in pain, dealing with betrayal and all that crap because you don't know how to utilize love. Your emotions are intact. And you are well on your way to emotional bliss. And as a result, you can experience the world in a way that you would not be able to experience had this Ace of Cups not been your first card. Now you can experience the world without worrying about if somebody's going to do you wrong. Because you ain't going to let them do you wrong. Because you have learned enough at this point. And for some of you, it took a lot of work. I mean, some of you have actually probably really been through a lot in order to get to this place. But I want you to look at your major arcana. Look at your major arcanas. They represent happiness. Period. Your harvest has come in. You've been waiting. Some of you are asking, when is my harvest going to come in? Oh, the answer is now. It's here now. It may not feel like it's here now, but it's here now. And it's time to celebrate. And these cards have been shuffled wonderfully. However, it's just so funny how the energy, just flows and it goes. And it doesn't matter what zodiac I'm talking to, the same lesson applies to everybody right now. It's like protect your heart, Yes, there are some nasty people out there that take advantage of people who actually want to love. You know what I'm saying? And you guys know how to smell out those people. And you don't deal with those people. So as a result, you are experiencing the world in a different way that results in happiness. And this is pretty much exactly where you need to be. I don't see any doors closed. I see them all open. I just see that maybe some of you are wondering, okay, I put the work in, I'm waiting for my harvest, and when can I celebrate? The answer is now. Now. Right now. So let's go ahead and complete your reading. You don't need a long one. You let some things die, obviously, that needed to die in order for you to graduate to this location. Congratulations. I feel like this burden card, I'm going to get a clarifier on it before I speak on it. Yeah. Okay, honey. I feel like this burden card was the catalyst for you to say, you know what? I'm about to learn what I need to learn so that I don't have to experience some of this bullshit that I have experienced in the past. And now you have the wisdom to use this Ace of Cups properly to experience the world in the way that it's meant to be experienced. You are going to have a wonderful winter, spring, summer, and fall. Mark my words. Just by learning how to use your emotions properly. Let's get a clarifier on this burden card. Okay, for some of you who are still kind of going through it with people, I feel as though there are some people who you know from the past who are in your present right now, and they're trying to come at you and they want something from you. However, it's posing a burden. And you know how to use this Ace of Cups. You know how to say, hey, yeah, I ain't got it right now. Because guess what? Maybe you ain't got it right now for them. Because, you worked your ass off for you. And so everybody has to kind of like work their ass off for them. I'm not saying don't help people when they need to be helped. What I'm saying is I can clearly see that you guys have learned when abusers come around of your kindness, and when genuine people come around who really need your kindness, who deserve it. Like, you guys are able to make that distinction, like big time. And like some people from your past are trying to come in now that you're doing like real good, and they want a piece of what you got. But the problem is they need to like do the work that you did. Unless you feel compelled to help them, that's your choice. I can't take your choices from you. You know that. I've said that a million times. You know who to give to and who not to. You know who to share love with and who not to. That's clear. That's why you've been given the opportunity to experience the world in a different way. In a new way. You don't have to do things the way you used to do them. You don't have to experience shitty, loving type situations, like situations that are meant to be loving. You don't have to experience them in a shitty way anymore because you have learned what you needed to learn. Now it's time to experience the world in the way that it was meant to be experienced. And then on top of that, you pulled like the happy card, and it's a major arcana. Your two major arcanas are basically letting me know, matter of fact, your three major arcanas are letting me know that like right now it's on and popping for a lot of you guys right now. And please understand, when it starts being on and popping for you, you're going to start to get a lot of people talking about, oh, hey, girl, my water and power, I lost, my water and power went out, because they know that you did the work. Your harvest came in. You living life like you supposed to. You enjoying the world. You're happy. You're wiser now with regards to how to use your heart and with regards to how to be emotionally stable. You understand what I'm saying? When people come and they act out of pocket, it's like you know how to be like, all right, then, because I got other stuff to do. Like you don't even engage. But I see that you do have some like people that are posing a burden in your life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting the sense that given that these 3 cards are a little bit separate from the remaining cards, I'm just feeling like, you know what I'm saying, what you need to let die is the burden of feeling like you need to, like, be Captain Save-'em. And again, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't help people, okay? This card represents wisdom. Wisdom. The Emperor is the wisest individual in the major arcana. He's wise. He has learned quite a bit. He's like a father-like figure now because he's been through so much and learned so much to where he knows when a funky fish is nearby. He can smell it from a mile away. So if a burden is posing itself to you because somebody is seeing you, like, you know what I'm saying, doing well, and then now they want to come back into your life and you haven't seen them in years, or when you needed help, like this person was like, yeah, I can't do it. And then now they need your help. I mean, it's really up to you what you choose to do, but I'm just showing you what they doing. And I think you know too. And what you need to let die is the feeling of being obligated to people who don't want to put in the work that you put in. This means work that has been put in. You don't get a reading like this unless you put some work in, honey. And that's just the truth. I'm going to pull a couple more cards because I just feel like this is just, you know, really nice. All right. So you got Judgment. Let me tell you what Judgment means. It means that something had to end in order for something to begin. So you guys allowed some habits, some mentalities. You have allowed some things that were just straight baggage. You have allowed them to just come right off your back. You have put them down and said, I'm not carrying this shit around anymore. And then what began is exactly what has been available to you this entire time. But you could not have ever known that it was there for you if you continued to carry the baggage. Judgment represents rebirth. The rebirth. And then the rebirth of the King of Cups. The rebirth of being a mature individual who knows how to love properly. Who knows how to, you know what I'm saying, be nurturing when necessary, and knows how to be the boss of his emotions. Like, he doesn't get all frazzled very easily. Like, he knows how to chill now. I bet some of you Aquarians can honestly say that not too long ago, some of you would get really, you know what I'm saying, like really aggravated when people would come at you in ways that they shouldn't. And now when people come at you in ways that they shouldn't, I feel as though you totally know how to deal with the situation. And I think that's like super beautiful. It makes me just want to pull more cards so I can see what else is going on with you guys. So the Page of Wands. So this is what we're going to work on next then, I think, guys. The Page of Wands. Because this could either be your energy or the energy of someone else around you. And it's up to you to determine that depending on how this resonates with you. The Page of Wands represents basically a child that gives news of work. So I feel like for some of you are going to be getting news of work. They're going to be possibly smaller jobs here and there. I feel like a lot of you took the independent route. Some of you, not all of you. And for those of you who have taken the independent route, and I'm talking about career-wise, right? I feel as though you're going to get some more news of work. That's what I feel like this card represents. Of course, we would like to see the Knight of Wands. Of course, we would like to see the King or Queen of Wands. But I feel as though maybe there are some lessons to be learned with the business that you just jumped into. And that's okay. That's totally cool, because everything is about experience and everything is about learning, and that's okay. And when you can wrap your head around that, it literally makes our days so much easier, so much brighter, and so much better, because we know that everything happens for a reason. We know that everything happens for a reason, and we know that, maybe sometimes we want more, and, instead of getting that big nugget, we get a whole bunch of these little nuggets, and that's okay. At least you're getting the nuggets, baby, because I'm telling you right now, some people are mad dry and ain't got nada for multiple reasons. But I feel as though some of you are going to be getting news of work, so that's part of your career reading for those of you who took the independent route. I feel as though a lot of you are in decision mode too with regards to your new come up, because this is telling me that you guys came up. I mean, it's not the 10 of Pentacles, but it is the 7 of Pentacles, which tells me that it's like you're either waiting for your harvest to come in or your harvest has come in. When I see a lot of work that has been put in and then I see the harvest card, I'm just like quite convinced that your harvest is here. And that's why, you know what I'm saying? Cousin Jimmy is over here talking about, can I get a loan? You know what I'm saying? Cousin Jimmy want a loan because he sees that you doing good right now, Aquarius. I'm talking to my Aquarius. This is going to resonate with my Aquarius who have learned what they needed to learn. They got tired of bumping their heads up against the same wall, dealing with the same backstabbing type people, same backstabbing type behaviors from people, same, you know what I'm saying, crappy ass behavior from people. And now they know how to avoid them like the plague, and they know how to experience the world in a completely different light because they allowed themselves to learn and become wiser as to how to manage their hearts and their emotions, and who deserves their time and their efforts and their love. Because we don't give love to anybody who does not deserve our time. Time is the equivalent of love. I mean, if you think about it, our children don't so much need money for Legos. They need our time. That's a representation of love. So the time you spend with people, the energy that you put into people, I feel as though you are learning how to be more meticulous about that. And if you're not being more meticulous about that, that was the gist of this reading. That was the lesson. If you learn how to be more meticulous about who deserves your time and energy, I promise you, some of you will not be sitting over there saying, I'm 40 years old. My money is not the way I want it to be. I'm not married yet. And the things that I want to come through haven't come through. Well, if you want those things to change, then you're going to have to learn who and what deserves your time. Actually make them take you out on a date, ladies. Gentlemen, make sure that if she's not a lady yet and you like her, you'll take the time to teach her how to be one. And throughout the entire process, both of you are going to have a ball and enjoy the world the way that it's meant to be. And you guys are going to celebrate and have a good time. So I'm like just switching around. I'm doing love. I'm doing career. I'm doing it all. Like, some of you are grabbing it. Some of you it doesn't resonate with. Some of you it does. And I get it. And that's cool. Because I am kind of going all over the place, because I got really excited for the major arcanas that popped up for you guys. Bottom line, Aquarius, it just looks to me like you learned what you needed to learn with regards to, emotional stability. And I feel like you know how to smell out bad toxic people from a mile away. And that's a great thing, because what that did was it made you what? It made you wiser. It made you wiser. And because it made you wiser, you get to experience the world the way that it's meant to be experienced. Like, let's have some fun, right? Let's actually have some fun. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Let's have some fun. And this is going to actually change you too. Like, once you start to really experience the world in a different light. Some of you may know what I'm talking about. Some of you may not. It's okay. It's coming. You'll know it when you see it and when it comes. For those of you who are still waiting. When you get to experience the world the way that it's meant to be experienced, then here comes the celebration. Like, here come the drinks. Here come the, let's party and have a good time. And I'm not talking about the type of party that is, not cool. I'm talking about the responsible, let's party and have a good time, because we actually have to get up tomorrow and, get to work and handle business, right? Because it shows that you're not scared to put the work in to learn what you need to learn. And some of you have taken the independent route, I feel, career-wise. And for those of you who have done that, or even for some of you who haven't and who are waiting for employment, the Page of Wands kind of tells me that some of you are going to be on the up and up when it comes to work. I feel as though some of you are going to get news of work, news of employment, okay? And I really couldn't tell you how big the job will be or how amazing the career will be. All I can tell you is that the messenger will be a young individual. What else can I tell you? You pulled the Sun, okay? This card simply means happy, period. The sun is shining on you. The divine, your spirit guides and angels are very pleased with the choices that you have made recently. And as a result, you worked with them, they worked with you. And as a result, like I said, you're able to experience the world the way that it's meant to be experienced. And I think that's awesome. I mean, very awesome. Some of you are contemplating, how you want to make moves. What kind of decisions you want to make. And some of you, excuse me, sorry guys, my sinuses are still tripping. Some of you are just excuse me, holding on to your wand and wondering what you want to do in the world. Like, if you can see, he has a globe in his hand, the world, right? The world, hello, in his hand. And then you pulled what? I don't want this reading to be too long, but, I have to make these points here. The world, you pulled the world. And, some of you are wondering what you want to do in this world. Because now you actually have the opportunity to make decisions with regards to what you're going to do in the world. Things are no longer a burden, although I feel like Uncle Jimmy and Cousin Ray Ray do come through sometimes and try to, see what they can get out of you, because they're not at a point where you are yet. And it's up to you to decide if you want to have codependence on you. My suggestion, again, I'm not here to make your choices for you. If you can't put them on your taxes, I can't be if there's no fair exchange here, I can't, it's a burden for me to do all of this work, all of this. You pulled the 9 of Wands out of this stack, and then only for them to become a burden, because you've got people coming to you asking you for what you have, for what they didn't want to work for. And so you have to be kind of careful of that, okay? Your harvest has come in. Some of you are wondering, like, did it come in? Did it come in? Well, if it didn't come in for some of you, it's on its way. That's for sure. Okay. And for some of you, your harvest has come in, which is why, like I said, Uncle Ray Ray and Cousin Jimmy or whoever are over here. They see what you got and they, right? But you smelling them out and you know what they want. So you know what to do here. And then you pull these two together, okay? Which tells me that when it comes to emotion, you guys have matured greatly. And that means that you let some old habits and some old shit die so that, like, this type of reading and this type of outcome can live. And I'm very proud of you. So Aquarius, congratulations. I will talk to you guys soon. I mean, this is an excellent reading and I see so much growth. And I'm so proud of my babies. And I'm just, you know what I'm saying, gonna say good night and congratulations. And namaste, babies. Namaste. Enjoy. Enjoy. And continue to learn the way that you've been learning. Because the way that you've been learning, if you keep on with this path and you keep on with this energy and you keep on with this, understanding that, you know, sometimes things suck. Sometimes things are great. Whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to push through and I'm going to do the work. Because here's the key right here, baby. Here's the key. Let me help you understand. Here's the key. You put the work in. It doesn't matter if it was emotional, psychological, actual blood, sweat, and tears work. You put the work in for this outcome. So don't forget that it does take work in order to get the types of outcomes that you want. I don't want this reading to be too long. Otherwise, I would have pulled your Oracle deck cards. But I don't want the reading to be too long. You guys just let me know if you want a part 2. And then we'll do a part 2 and I'll pull some more cards because I feel as though maybe some of you are going through some other issues. And you know what I'm saying? And maybe you want to discuss them. Maybe this didn't resonate with everybody, but I know this resonated with some of you. Ain't no way that it didn't. Because some of you guys' lives have changed like night and day. And some of you are kind of like tripping off of how that happened. Well, you know how it happened? You put the work in. You've been putting the work in. You've been putting the work in slowly but surely. Oh, all the time, every day. You've been putting in the work. You've been trying to understand. You've been doing what you're supposed to be doing. And as a result, you accumulated quite a bit. And it's all here now. So it's time for you to start experiencing the world the way that it's meant to be experienced. And that means accepting things that suck. And that means, you know what I'm saying? Enjoying things when it's, you know, time to enjoy them. And being responsible. Because you know that not being responsible can make all of this change. And we don't want that to happen. So I don't fear that for too many of you because responsible people usually don't put in that much work. So Aquarius, your harvest has come in. Congratulations. I will talk to you guys soon. Namaste.